I drank 16 ounces of Baja Blast today.
Yes, you did.
Faster than I've consumed soda in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, like, so tired at about 6 p.m. I was, like, ready to fall asleep. And then I drank this soda, and I was like, oh, yes, this is why I believe I have a caffeine addiction. In minutes, I was ready to run a marathon. I was ready to vault through a wall. Kool-Aid Man style. Say, oh yeah! Guess who just drank a Baja Blast?
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that you brought this up. Okay,
you know when people, like, women will, like, lift a car to save their baby?
You know women?
Yeah, oh yeah. Have you heard about women?
Do you know women?
When they lift a car to save their baby, that was me with the Baja Blast, except there's no baby to save. It's just me wanting to lift a car, except I can't. So, what if I just... you know those little Barbie Jeeps? I could pick one of those up and just throw it.
Just a few feet.
Just a few
Oh my
feet,
gosh.
But I could do it.
I'm so glad that you brought this up, because you called me earlier and you said all of this to me, and I was dying. I started crying. There was at least one
thanks for
tear.
laughing. Thanks for pretending to think this is funny a second time. I asked you earlier, are you going to think this is funny a second time?
It was funny, and I laughed for real. Hold on. Sorry. Was it not good enough for you? Give me 1 second. Okay, just...
Can I hate you. Can I cut in this laugh to make it sound like you laughed harder than you did?
I'm gonna kill you.
That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's start the freaking podcast.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Emma. And this is a podcast where we read fan fiction from fandoms that we are not in.
And then we try to guess the plot based on what we read. Emma, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Haikyuu.
Haikyuu.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me try that again. Haikyuu! 2 exclamation points.
Yeah, you have to say it because it has 2 exclamation points. Haikyuu!
Haikyuu! You gotta get real hyped about it.
No, that sounded like I was sneezing.
Just a little bit. Bless you.
Haikyuu!
Bless you.
Haikyuu is an anime.
It is. What do you know about it?
It's about guys being dudes.
Just guys being dudes. Just guys being guys.
Yeah, it's about dudes at a high school playing volleyball.
Yeah. So I had watched, I think, only a couple of episodes of Haikyuu many years ago. I would say 5-6 years ago. It's been a while.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's been a while. So I remember almost nothing.
Awesome.
I remember that it is an anime, and it's boys playing volleyball, and...
Yeah, guys being dudes.
It's guys being dudes, and they're all on one team. That's how most sports animes are.
Anime. Yeah.
Like, that's how Free is, and that only has 1 exclamation point.
So
Just
it's
saying.
not as gay as Haikyuu.
Exactly. So, yes, Haikyuu has 2 exclamation points, so it is a little gay. But I'm pretty sure, from what I watched, I don't know if this has changed or not, but from what I have seen 6 years ago, and what I remember, is that it seemed more like, not necessarily queer baiting, but just like, we all wanted it, and it was like, just kind of homoerotic friendships between these boys.
Yeah, but not really like anything.
Exactly, not anything that would be pursued as a romantic relationship between 2 men.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
that's kind of what I
that
got
might have changed.
Too. Yeah,
that might have changed because I mean they just finished the show, right?
It just ended like 3 weeks ago.
I think so.
Time's an illusion, so I thought
that's
2 days ago was 3 weeks ago, so
yep,
it ended this summer though.
It did.
I remember because my friends that watch Haikyuu were posting crying selfies that day that they watched the finale, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mine as well.
On the ranking of exclamation point anime, because this is its own genre now.
It is. It already is.
If we're grading it by exclamation point, Free is slightly gay. Haikyuu should be the next more gay. And then Yuri on Ice is like peak gay. But gay. I don't think that Haikyuu is actually that gay. Is Free gay? I don't think
it is. Free, okay, it's boys on a
It's about swimmers. On a swim team. So, like, come on.
So, like, a little bit.
It has to be a little bit.
So, like, a little bit.
Swimming is gayer than volleyball.
Plus, a lot of animes in general have a lot better friendships shown between males than Western media does. Absolutely. And so it's very easy to take that and interpret it or want it to be something more, and it's a lot easier to fit into that slot, because in Western media it's very typical of, you know, like, just in America in general especially, is like, if you look at your friend who is a boy, you are gay. You cannot lock eyes. That is gay. Fellas, is it gay?
Fellas, is it gay to make eye contact?
Fellas, is it gay?
That's a really great point.
Is it gay to be a man?
Fellas, is it gay to make eye contact with another man? You're basically showing emotion to a man.
Exactly.
That's pretty gay.
That's exactly my point, is that...
No, that's a really good point.
Anime, men are allowed to be friends in a normal way, but since we don't see that all the time, it's weird and more emotional, and they're seen as closer and maybe more than friends because they have that close relationship. Like, it's so easy to interpret it or want it to be something extra.
This is blowing my... I don't know why I've never thought about this before.
I
don't
watch
anime
this all the time.
But you watch more... Well, yeah.
I'm a weeb now.
You're a weeb now, so...
I just started watching anime.
I mean, I think about the way that male relationships are in Western media all the time, because the shows that I grew up watching... I don't want to even mention that I had watched Glee, but I watched Glee.
I also watched Glee.
Not the whole thing. I stopped watching after they graduated high school. I did watch the whole
thing, and I don't remember any of it.
Like Glee. I watched some of Teen Wolf when I was in high school. Garbage, but also delightful. A lot of shows like that were very, like... I guess I would say they had some homoerotic undertones or even overtones, but it was obvious queer baiting. This was the show writers giving fan service to the fans. And this was also when Tumblr was really big and still a thing. So obviously they were going for that demographic, which was a lot of young queer people engaging in this media, right? And so they're looking for something to relate to. They're looking for characters that they relate to. They're looking for relationships that they want to invest in that never had a payoff. Because it was queer baiting and it wasn't anything actually real. American show writers are cowards, or they fetishize gay relationships. There's no in between.
Oh, Ellie, you love to see it.
Yeah, I would like to see more shows that have normal male relationships. But now I'm realizing that that's why a lot of people I see online ship the ships that they do in anime, because these characters all, for the most part, have really healthy, normal relationships with each other.
They have normal, healthy relationships, and so it's an immediate, like, I want them to be together, because we don't have a lot of healthy male relationships in media.
Yeah, friendships or romances.
Exactly.
It's just a bunch of trauma
Yeah.
Wrapped up usually in a problematic way.
Oh, you betcha.
So it is nice to see healthy male relationships.
Yeah.
Don't love seeing queer baiting. Just like
no.
Make characters gay without it being this weird fetishy, like...
Yes, exactly.
You know,
and you can do it in a casual way.
You can, because when we watch shows like that, we can tell the difference. We know if that's good representation or not. Like, we know what you're doing, show writers. I look dead into their eyes.
It's on sight.
We see you. It's on sight. Yeah, so... I do like how pure Haikyuu seems.
It is. It's very cute.
It's really cute.
They have normal, healthy friendships. And when I was younger, same kind of thing. When I was younger, when I watched it for the first time, I was like, okay, everyone in this is gay, and they're just queerbaiting. Because I, as like a 14-year-old, was not able to understand like that healthy male relationships are different from what we see.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, I can't believe that they put 2 exclamation points and they're queerbaiting us, you know? But like, geez.
By the way, the exclamation points thing is a joke. It's just something that everyone's like, the more exclamation points you have in a show, the gayer it is, and that's not actually true.
That's not actually true.
That's what we're talking about when we joke about the exclamation points.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think it's really nice to see guys being dudes in a really fun environment in a healthy way. I truly don't understand the sports anime genre.
I don't either.
I know that might seem kind of hypocritical because American shows, every like third American show is like a Friday night football, like high school football. Guys playing football. It's always football.
So
you
can get a taste of soccer.
You get a taste of soccer. So that you're like, Ellie, Americans have bad sports shows all the time. Let anime have this. It's just strange to me. I don't know. I guess I played...
No, I understand.
Okay, this is embarrassing. I played golf in high school.
Oh, I forgot about that. You played golf.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh.
So we started a golf club at my middle school, and then like that continued into like my freshman year of high school, and then I didn't play it anymore because I had to pick between that and music, and I obviously picked music.
You just unlocked a memory.
I'm just having a breakdown over this right now.
I didn't even know that I had.
Now, okay, wait. Now that I think about it, though, where's my all-girls golf team anime?
Right.
Because that would actually be kind of fun. Okay, I get it now. All right, I solved my own problem. I answered my own question. I get it. I get it. Seeing people in that team dynamic and having a good time and having a lot of fun. Yeah. Just kids having fun. And
having a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's all teamwork. It's all competition. Like, it's fun. That's why I loved Yuri on Ice when I watched it. Do I remember anything from it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Can't wait to talk about it.
I also can't, because I haven't seen it. I've seen one. Okay, no, sorry. We can't talk about Yuri on Ice in the Haikyuu intro. Anyway, that's pretty much what we know. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Haikyuu, but we do know about toxic male relationships in Western media. So
yeah, so that is kind of the lens that we'll be looking at this through. That's the angle we're coming from.
Oh, you betcha.
We're used to specifically American media, treating men and male relationships a certain way, and how that plays out differently in Haikyuu, which seems really fun and pure, and we love to see it. So, we'll come back after we read some of that.
Yeah.
And talk about what we find and what we decide is the plot, and also which ships that we're mostly invested in. I'm excited to read the fan fiction.
I am very excited.
Because it seems really, like, fun. People keep talking about the Haikyuu Mafia AU. Am I the only person that has heard a lot about this?
Ellie, I've heard a lot about it.
That's how famous it is. What does that mean? I mean, okay, I know what a Mafia AU is, but the fact that every single person in the Haikyuu fandom is like, Haikyuu Mafia AU. Well, now I gotta read it.
We have to.
I gotta know what's going on. Yeah, well, I'm gonna read other fic first.
Oh, you betcha.
Yeah, and then jump into the Mafia AU. I'm very excited.
Oh, for sure.
Cool.
I am sure that there are women characters in Haikyuu. However, in my brain, none. Women don't exist.
There's no women.
It's just these fun little boys having a good time together.
Okay, you know what? My hypothesis, my guess, for Haikyuu is that this is one of those dystopian what if women didn't exist. Ooh. But it's not trying to make any moral or whatever statement. It's just this world doesn't have women in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And honestly, the show's cute enough that we just kind of put up with it. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's no women. If I come across a character that's a woman, I'm going to assume that she's made up.
I'm going to assume that she's an OC.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm excited to read the fanfiction. And I was like, wait, is there straight fanfiction? Like, I know that there has to be. But, like, is there? But, like,
there doesn't have to be. I'm gonna sort by relationships on Archive of Our Own, and we will come back with those statistics, because I would love to know how many straight versus, like, how many female and male ships there are versus male and male.
Yeah, let's do it.
That is incredibly funny.
I'm gonna write that
We'll come back with those stats and all of our thoughts after the music break that I will insert when I'm editing this clip. Goodbye, everybody. Action. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to us.
Welcome back. We didn't leave. We do this every single time.
No, welcome back to us. That's what I said.
And get this. I misunderstand every time.
Oh my gosh. Alright, welcome back. We are gonna talk about Haikyuu and drumroll, except don't drumroll because then the mic will make weird sounds. We have a guest!
So we are here with my roommate Mariah.
Hello.
She is an avid anime fan.
I
know you do. And I love you.
I love
you.
Yeah, I love.
So, basically how this is gonna work, with Haikyuu, there is a plot, but the plot is volleyball. So, we're not gonna be going over plot, we're gonna be going over characters.
Yeah, and then talking about the tropes and fics and ships that we came across and all of the cursed content. And just like the general trends that we saw in the fandom with the AUs, with Mariah grading us, because I have next to no knowledge about Haikyuu, even after everything that I read.
I live with Mariah, so I have picked things up. I have asked her small questions that she has answered. But there are some questions that I would ask her and she would look at me so exasperated because she knew that she couldn't tell me the whole story. She's like, well, yes, but there's more, but I can't tell you.
Till tomorrow.
Incredible.
Tomorrow. Which part 4 comes out. The next part comes out tomorrow.
Oh, that's exciting. Congrats.
Tomorrow, it being October 2nd, because I think we're posting this in November.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Haikyuu Thanksgiving.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Yes, I am dying. If I'm not watching Haikyuu, the moment that we're done recording, I think I'm gonna explode.
You will pass away.
I will pass away.
Yeah, Emma had a similar reaction to Haikyuu that I had to Death Note. I can't relate.
That's fine.
But I'm happy for you.
Well, okay. So, Ellie, you read almost exclusively Mafia AUs. Will you please tell me about those? What that means, how it fits into the fandom.
Yeah, no, let me pull up. Yep. I have a Microsoft notebook.
Nice.
With multiple pages. Each page is a different Mafia AU.
Oh my gosh. Were you writing reviews?
I was not writing reviews. I wasn't writing down my reviews, like, word for word, but I was keeping track of characters and, like, general plot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't know what's going on.
That's fine. Neither do I.
It's volleyball.
It's volleyball.
Not much going on there.
It's volleyball. You, the person who yelled at me about not having a plot.
There's more than just volleyball, but the main plot is volleyball.
Mariah, 2 seconds ago, it's just volleyball.
It is...
Mariah, I'm so sorry. It's just volleyball.
It's a relationship. It's the
Oh
love.
Which is exactly what we're going to focus on today. So I'm very excited to talk about it. I am very excited.
Yeah, we're
to talk about
focusing
what
on
I
the
read.
relationships.
Yeah, you cried a lot.
Yeah,
I cried a lot.
What did I learn about Haikyuu from the Haikyuu Mafia AUs? That's a great question. Let me tell you. Pretty much nothing.
Nice.
So, I read a couple, I don't know, these are pretty popular ones, so I don't know if I'll name them by name, because I don't want to, like,
right.
I'm not gonna make fun of them or anything, but I don't want to, like, I don't want to be, like, name-dropping fanfics and then have people be like, oh, Ellie hated this.
Right.
But, none of these were, like, that interesting to me. The ones I found on Archive of Our Own were well written,
Mm-hmm.
they were very involved, they were very plot heavy. Okay, so there wasn't as much focus on relationships in most of them. There were no, like, well, okay, so I read some on AO3, and I also ventured over to Wattpad.
Oh, gosh.
Get this. I'm never doing that again.
No! Bad idea. I
don't care if my life depends on it. If my cancer comes back and the cure is me to read Wattpad fanfiction, I'm dying. Life over.
Hello, cancer!
I'm gonna end it.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot do this
That is
again.
so funny.
It was genuinely a terrible experience, so I'm not messing with that.
Mhm.
But I knew from TikTok that a lot of the Mafia AUs that people were reading were on Wattpad, and I was like, oh my gosh, that means I have to go venture into Wattpad.
Right.
It's like, you know, the Wild West,
the disaster
and it was a
zone
nightmare.
is what I like to call it.
It was terrifying. It was like Chernobyl. Signs all around it that say, like, do not enter, you will turn into a radiation monster.
That's how you got your cancer back.
That's
Fall out
how,
in
yeah,
real
that's how
life.
you got your cancer. Wattpad gave you
Oh,
cancer.
Yes, it did.
Oh my gosh! Wattpad gave me cancer!
Again. Round 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait.
Oh my
Can I
gosh. Okay, yes.
Talk about...
I wrote
No.
Death Note.
We're not talking... That's awkward, because this isn't Death Note. Death Note Haikyuu crossover.
When? Yes.
What?
We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Can I talk about the things that I read?
Oh, my heart.
Am I not allowed to talk about the things that I read?
I thought
Emma?
you were talking... I thought we finished up with the Mafia AUs. Please continue if
No,
there's
she only
more.
got to Wattpad.
No, Emma, I have so
Okay,
much.
yes,
I
no,
did
go
not
off,
venture into
go off.
Wattpad for this to be over. Okay.
She didn't get cancer for nothing.
I didn't get cancer for nothing, Emma.
You're right. Sorry. Jeez.
Okay, so pretty standard, like, all of the different teams are their own gang.
Right.
All of these Mafia AUs are Japanese Yakuza. There were Mafia AUs that I saw that were, like, rewritten to be, like, American mobster.
Which I don't
which just
like.
doesn't make
That
any
doesn't
sense
make any
to me.
sense.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's purely for people
They're Japanese.
who don't understand.
They're like 12 years old
Yeah,
and they
they're-
don't even know anything about Japan, but they're like, oh man, Mafia?
Ooh, bad boys.
The high school gang leader?
Mafia? What's that? Yeah, that's a really good point. It's all the 12-year-olds, And hey, you know what? If you're 12 and you want to read fan fiction and you want to write fan fiction, live your dream.
Live your
dream.
dream. Go to Wattpad. It's waiting there for you.
Don't go to Wattpad.
And no, because you have to start off on Wattpad,
yes,
and then you grow into Archive of Our Own.
You graduate
Otherwise,
to AO3.
Otherwise, AO3 would be also Wattpad, and I don't want that for me.
Wow, that's a really solid
Thank
point.
you. I feel very validated.
Yeah, I'm about to crush every child's dream right now. Please stop. Please stop writing Haikyuu Mafia AU fanfiction. I'm so sorry. I know that they won't, but like, I need to shine a light on this injustice.
Have you seen I think I sent them to you, the Haikyuu Mafia AU cosplayers on TikTok?
Those are beautiful.
They're stunning.
You've sent me like one or two, but it was weeks ago, and I would like to see more because that is so much more interesting to me than reading Wattpad fanfiction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I saw Kinma dressed up like that on the streets, I'd let him take me like.
So that's Mariah's take.
No. Not Wattpad Kenma. Definitely not.
Well, so here's the thing. The difference between the Wattpad fic and the AO3 fic, and I kid you not, I did not read a single AO3 fic that had a self-insert or an OC of any kind. This was all third person from the perspective of the boys and their life as Yakuza members. The Wattpad fics almost exclusively had OCs.
Yes. That's why...
And self-insert and your name characters.
I hate it. That's why I don't like Wattpad, is because I don't like OCs. Not because I don't like people creating their own characters. I think that's very fun. I think it's very cool. I love seeing fan art of people's OCs or cosplays. I love it. But I don't... If I'm reading a fan fiction, I'm not reading it for your OC.
Yeah, I'm reading it for the existing characters. There are some fandoms that I enjoy OCs, but it's because they're written by adults who know how to do good.
Do right
good.
You know. You got it. That's a sentence.
I nailed that, yeah. So that's the biggest difference for me. I feel bad because I don't want to sound like I'm mocking children, but like a little bit.
I mean, they deserve it. They posted it.
They gave Ellie cancer. She's allowed.
Yeah, I'm allowed to make fun of them. They made me sick.
They probably read it and cry.
I'm so tired of this.
True.
So that was hard for me to read the OC stuff because it was very tropey. It was it was written by teenagers. And hey, that's what they want to do. And they're on Wattpad and they are free to do it.
Nothing wrong with that.
They had a good time. I think one of the funniest ones that I read was an OC. Just because it was just so quintessentially fanfic. Like, so on the nose, in the best way.
Interesting.
It was, the girl's OC was an assassin, and she's like an independent. Doesn't work for any of the gangs. She's a rogue agent. Not really rogue, she just works alone, right? And so the people will hire her to go do an assassination, as you do when you're an assassin.
Yeah.
But there's this like whole section, like multiple paragraphs of the different gang members talking about her and how they want to recruit her to their gang because she's so cool and she's so special. Because she is. Emma, she is.
She is.
My favorite thing ever, though, is that she only kills people who are terminally ill.
She's coming after you, Ellie!
You got cancer! She's on her way! Oh my gosh.
This is so... I'm gonna pass out.
The look you gave me, I needed that. But I can't. It's gone now.
I'm gonna pass away. Okay, so the reason that scares me so much is because I'm realizing I'm talking about this girl's fanfiction and her OC in not the most positive light. did she time travel? I got cancer, and then she went back and wrote a fanfic about her OC who kills terminally ill people. How deep does this go?
Rent free.
Living rent free in my brain right now.
I'm so scared. Anyway, so I'm fearing for my life.
As you should.
So this girl, because she's so quirky, but she's also, like, noble and good, right? She only kills terminally ill people, which, oh boy, I have a lot of feelings about that besides being scared for my life. But the money that she makes from her assassination jobs, she pays for her mother's hospital bills because her mom is sick.
Why didn't she kill her mom?
Okay, let me explain.
Just
it's
kill your mom.
Ask her.
It's
like an assisted suicide thing.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom, it's time to go.
You got diagnosed?
You got diagnosed. Whips out.
It's
gun.
over!
It's on site. Mommy, listen.
I just, like, the level of, like, weird ableism in the... I don't even have the words, so that's awesome. But anyway, she also pays for her sister's college because her sister's going to, like, law school or med school or something fancy.
Oh, she's
so
probably going to med school to train and learn how to fix their mom.
To learn how to kill... Oh, okay.
That went in two different directions.
But yeah, wacky, weird, I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, because she's so quirky, all of the gangs are like, we need this girl. And so one of them, and Emma, I didn't even bother writing it down.
That's where I was right now.
It's like, I'm a quirky assassin. I slaughter people's necks, but I have to put my messy brown hair into a bun while I do it. The blood splatter. Oh.
My bright emerald eyes twinkle in the light of the moon.
No, orbs.
Yes. But they
I'm so
only
sorry,
twinkle
orbs.
when she watches the blood drip down their bodies as she slices their necks off.
Right.
Ha, no more cancer for you.
No more cancer.
Aw, that's nice.
Oh
Can't
my
wait for her
gosh.
to give me a visit. And it was a Your Name character also. That was the best
Oh,
part.
that's the best part.
But what if
Yeah, so
but
it's
you have cancer? So do you kill yourself?
Do you gotta kill yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on my way.
It's time to go.
Oh, I pay myself I take a hit out on me.
Wait a second. Hold on. If you're an assassin and you're
Okay.
giving this money to your sick mom and your sister who's trying to pay for tuition, where's my money? Because Paige isn't in college, so where's my money?
Well, I don't have a sick mom either, so it's not quite... Emma, I'm about to die! Because I'm
That's right.
apparently
You have
terminally
cancer,
ill.
and you have to kill yourself.
And this girl from
Ellie
a Wattpad fanfiction
really
is on
decided
the
to
hunt.
pass away.
Dude, for real. So, that was one that I read. I can't say I hated it, but I can't say I loved it. There's just something about, like, oh wow, she's such a, like, mercy kill queen, killing people with cancer, saving them from a suffering life. And I'm like, I don't know, as a former haver of cancer, I have some things to say about that. Like, if someone just decided this girl's quality of life is too low, I'ma kill her, I would be a little annoyed. So anyway, that's one of them.
Did it go into details about, like, the gangs and how she kills people?
No! Well, she has a gun.
Oh, okay.
She's a sniper.
Oh, so it's like a mercy kill. Like, sleeping in your bed as she comes in, it's like...
No, yeah, straight up. It's not like she, like, it's not like a serial killer thing. It's like a, you know, hired, like, hitman. She shoots you, and you're dead instantly. And it's still not clear to me if it was assisted suicide, people asking her to come help.
They pay her in secret. Pay the gangs who pay her.
Ooh.
Yo. But yeah, anyway, one of the gangs approaches her and is like, we want you. Well, multiple of the gangs. And they approach her on the street, which... The scene, the way it was written, it really felt like the confrontation between the Jets and the Sharks from West Side Story.
Okay.
When they're all dancing on stage together. That's what it felt like to me, which I think is very funny.
I love being in a room with Mariah because anytime you say anything, she just her face scrunches up.
This is just you asked for this, Mariah. Yeah. You wanted this.
That's true.
Right?
I didn't want Mafia.
So you get to suffer. No, don't. Hey, guess what? There's more. Are you ready?
Yes.
Going to number 2. So this one, all of the gangs are called families because Yakuza, right? Okay, they're all named after different animals because of their like school mascots. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Except it's Mafia. And I wrote down detailed lists of all the members and what they, like, who they are, right? So it's pretty standard. All of the team captains are the dons of the families.
Okay, then,
and then the other
name
members.
The team captains. I want to know if, like, you got all of them, like, that the fanfic did it right.
Okay. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many teams there are in the show because there are about 500,000 characters in Haikyuu.
Yes, there
so I don't know how many actual teams there are. But okay, so we have. I'm gonna say all of these wrong, and I know you're gonna correct me, and I'm gonna be mad about it. Okay. So we're just gonna get right into it.
Okay.
So the Nekoma.
Oh Nekoma.
All right.
Yes.
That means
okay. Okay. That means nothing to me. Thank you.
Something to me.
Let's bring guests on our show and then harass them.
Yes. Well, that was the idea.
Let's bring guests on our show and then mock them for knowing things. Okay, so Nekoma cats. The Don is Nekomata. Yasufumi Nekomata. And then the younger members are Kuro, Kenma,
I love them.
Yaku, whose full name I don't know, and then Akashi.
Oh!
Okay, no, this is great though.
Akashi's?
This is crazy. No. There's a reason there. No, there's a reason. Okay. But I'll go through. Okay, now I'm excited because this one was really cool. Okay, and then you've got the Fukurodani owls. And the Don of that is Bokuto because he looks like an owl.
Yes, he does.
King. And then his bodyguard is Akinori.
I think you're pronouncing it right. I think so. I know they're part of the team.
He only shows up once. And it's one of those, like, they find out another family is doing something, like something big is happening, and he's like, hey. We'll have to get involved, and then it like cuts to the next chapter, and you never see it again.
Nice.
It's like Thanos. Yeah, Thanos cutscene at the end of the Avengers. Like, I'll have to do it myself, and he has the gauntlet, and then that doesn't pay off for a decade.
Oh, definitely not.
And now here we are. Okay, so then there's the Aobajosai.
Abajosai.
Abajosai family. They also call them like the Seijo.
Yes.
I don't know why. But the Don is my king Oikawa. I asked my friend once why we all did the Debbie Ryan hair tuck. We love Oikawa. Yeah. Oikawa has a really long neck. Oh, well, a lot of the Haikyuu characters do. It's just the animation style, and it drives me insane. Full offense! I'm gonna be angry about it. Drives me nuts. So I asked one of my friends that watches Haikyuu, I was like, why is Oikawa's neck so long? The long neck MFer. And she was like, for all the hickeys. What does that mean? Nodding. What does that mean? Is he like a ladies' man? Is he a man's man?
He's a ladies' man, but he's gay. Like, all the ladies just flock to him, but he is a soulmated to someone else, so they can't have him.
Okay, now, hold on. Let me clarify something. So, I would ask Mariah when I was going through the tags, how do you feel about this ship or this pairing? And, sometimes she would just make a face. And sometimes she would get mad at me. Sometimes she would get mad at me, and she'd be like, no, it's character A and character B are supposed to be together, not character A and character C, that's mad! She would, like, yell at me about how character A and B are soulmates, and she can't imagine anyone else being with them. So, just expect, there's, if you ask Mariah about any ship, you will get the response of either they're meant to be together, or I would rather die.
Canceled bad.
Because everyone has the same ships, like, main ones, but then some people, you know, are like, oh, I'll, like, dance a little with this one. I don't. No. Only one person.
No. Absolutely not. Shut it down.
I myself am generally a multi-shipper, so it doesn't bother me that much, but I understand. There's some people it's just like, no, they belong together and no one else. So I do know that Oikawa long neck Toru is in love with Iwaizumi.
Yes. Iwa-chan.
Yeah, Iwa-chan. So, which in this fanfiction, he is the right hand to Oikawa and, like, his bodyguard. He's, like, personal. And they're always together, and they're dating.
Yes!
Which is very fun. If you're gonna have a Mafia AU, come on. There's gotta be some crazy... Oh, okay, let me get into it.
Okay.
So, the fic focuses mostly on the Nekoma cats and the Oikawa's crew. Abajosai. Nailed it.
You got it.
Nailed it. So I have a lot of characters listed of, like, those people. So, like, Matsukawa is one of their, like, information guys. He's, like, always at the computer, like, looking stuff up or, like, going out and, like, spying on people. Hanamaki is their other information guy. He's also a runner, so they go out on little missions together, and it's very funny.
You just have to watch her facial expression this whole entire time.
Mariah is, like, crying right now.
I'm in love with all of them.
And then Kunimi and Kindaichi are also, like, lookouts, and they always do stuff together. So there's, like, little missions they're all doing, which is very fun. And then there's the Karasuno family. The Don is Sugawara, obviously. And then the other members, Hinata and Kageyama. Oh, but I forgot to mention, so the Karasuno family is special because Sugawara steps down. And Hinata becomes the new team leader, and
he's
like
so
it's
little.
Totally unexpected.
He's so short.
Yeah, because
that's a power move.
Because, well, I don't know why it happened, because guess what? This fic is 50 chapters long, and I got to chapter 20, and I was like, if I have to read
Ellie,
more
what's
of
the
this...
word count?
Oh, let's find out.
Please.
Oh, let's find out.
Because I need to know how many words of this. 20 chapters?
Oh, nope. Wrong fanfic. I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was thinking of the other one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of the other one. No. This one is only 10 chapters. I guess but it's not finished. That's why I couldn't remember what happened. Because it doesn't exist yet.
It doesn't exist yet.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah. So I got to chapter 10, and I was like, wow, okay, I guess I should have checked to see if it was finished. But it was very good. So
good.
I got sucked in. So... yeah, Sugawara, I guess he didn't step down, but he's getting ready to step down, and they are training Hinata, who is a new member. So he hasn't even been in the family for that long to be the team, to be, like, the new Dawn, which is, like, it was a big shakeup, and everyone was like, whoa. So there's inner family drama, because they're like, I've been here longer, and, like, I feel like I should be the head of the family or whatever.
Right.
Kageyama is also there. He doesn't do anything.
Good for him.
He's just mentioned. So, but I read another Hinata Kageyama fic, so I know who those two people are now, and I know that they belong together.
They do belong together.
You can hear the emotion. I have to live with this 24 hours.
Orange and milk. They belong together.
Oh, that's hilarious. Ellie, that face that you made...
What does that mean?
Stop it! Hinata is human tangerine.
Yes, and...
No, I know, he's like short, he has orange hair,
yes.
He's very cute, and Kageyama is tall and has like a mean face all the time.
Yes. And he always drinks
perpetually
his
annoyed.
milk like a baby. He has like his little baby face, and he drinks his milk. And so we say orange plus milk emojis.
Interesting.
Oh, like emojis. Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
makes a little more sense.
It does. You
Yep,
went to
alright,
shaking your
anyway.
head to nodding your head very fast.
I'm processing.
Okay.
So then you got the Nohebi, the snakes, and the Don is Daisho. I think that's his name. And then the Jozenji, the Don is Terashima, and the only other member that's mentioned is Kazuma Bobata? Bobata?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? I feel bad. Anyway, so, but that, again, those are two groups that are, like, mentioned once, and then it, like, jumps to the next, chapter. And then the last group that's mentioned is the Darekogyo. Darekogyo.
You mean,
It's Kenji Fudakuchi is the Don of that family.
Oh, yes. Detego. Let's go, Detego.
Well, yeah, there you go. So that's the last family, and again, they're only mentioned once, and the other members are Obara and Aone? Sure. Yeah, but it mostly focuses on the cats and Seijo, which is Nekomata and Oikawa. So there you go. But, okay. So the reason that Akashi is part of the Nekoma cats family.
Yes.
The cats own a lounge, like a singing lounge, okay, called the Cat's Meow, which is very funny.
That's very funny.
And so it's like a bar with like
I'm very
singers
excited
and,
for where
like
this
performers.
is
Okay, so Akashi is a singer, like independent, and he rolls up to the club every night in his fancy suit to sing on stage, okay? So he be doing that, and they have a great time. So he's new to the family because he's been singing at the club, but Yasufumi approached him and said, "We want you to be a part of the family and work here for us full time." And he's like, "Okay." And the reason that he did that is, and Kuro personally hired him. Kuro is like the second in command because
Love him.
frick, who was it? Another guy, another boy, Bokuto and Akashi. Is that a ship? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the pair. So the cats hire Akashi because they had a meeting with Bokuto and they saw him making eyes at Akashi on stage when he was performing, and they were like, "We can use this to our advantage." So they hired Akashi
okay.
as their singer, as one of their singers, so that they could get Bokuto to do whatever they wanted.
Nice.
It's interesting to me. So that one was kind of fun. And again, that was only, it's 10 chapters, it's unfinished. It's only like 28,000 words. So it was kind of slow, though. I remember reading it, and it was kind of slow because there was a lot of plot and a lot of names that I didn't recognize. So I kept having to stop and then go to my notebook and write down all the like gang names and the names of the people, and then figure out who they were in the gang. There was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of characters.
Do you, like, understand, like, if I asked you a character's name, could you tell me, like, their personality from the Mafia AUs?
That is such a great question.
Okay, so,
Mariah,
probably not.
I
but
read
some of
regular
them.
ones, and I still
I
can't
want to
do
see
that.
if you can. So if I asked you, like, Kuro's personality, could you tell me it from the AU and see if, like, you understand it?
He's perfect, I can tell you that much.
Well, Kuro didn't show up that much, which I'm really annoyed because he's really cute.
He is Big Debbie Ryan hair tag.
So there was another one that I read. This was the 50 chapter one that, okay, now I gotta know how many words it is because I actually don't remember. This one is finished, so it's 50 chapters, Only 56,000 words.
Okay.
Which means about 1,100 words per chapter on average. I got about halfway through and I was like, I cannot do this anymore. And it's not because it's bad, it's just so plot heavy, and I don't know who any of these people are, so I was like, I set myself up for failure here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 4 gangs, and they're all named after cards in like a deck. So like the hearts, the spades, the diamonds, and the clubs.
Nice.
And each gang is in charge of like a different shady activity. So like, for instance, the diamonds run drugs.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Good for them, I guess. So the hearts, the king of hearts is Mr. Oikawa.
You love to see it.
He, in this fic, he's very pompous and, like, full of it, but very smooth, but he also can be really scary. Like, he's very, like, hard-hitting. Mariah. So I'm, like, happy for him.
Yeah.
He and Iwa-chan is his ace of hearts, which is... That's nice. Yeah, you love to see it.
Mariah's about to cry on this podcast. Oh my gosh, the first breakdown of the podcast of this episode.
Oh my gosh. Me mentioning that Oikawa and Iwa-chan are in love.
They are.
The
like,
Queen of Hearts.
Tell when you watch it.
Yeah.
You cry. I cry.
They're 2 personalities. Cause okay, I'm gonna take a guess here.
Okay.
Iwaizumi is like a little more serious. And is he like, I think he grounds Oikawa.
Definitely.
But like, I don't, is he quiet?
He's not, like, he's just serious, like you were saying. He's not really quiet, but he's in game mode.
Okay, that makes sense from seeing his face.
Yes.
Oh, I did download pictures of all of them.
I have so much fan art. I have so much fan art.
I have all the pictures, and I, like, drew lines to every one of, like, who is dating who, and, like, their different connections to each other.
That is incredible.
It's kind of fun. So, Kindaichi and Kunimi in this one are also, like, they're not necessarily shipped together, but they are, like, partners in crime, literally. So they're a part of the Hearts also. And they go out, the beginning of the fanfiction is them in an alley shooting someone, and you don't know who it is at first, and then chapter 2 rolls around. They shot Kageyama Tobio.
Oh, they so would. They so would in the show too.
So they shot Kageyama. Now, he's a former Heart. He used to be in the Hearts, but he tried to defect.
Interesting.
And Kindaichi and Kunimi didn't want to leave any loose ends. Now, Oikawa was very upset that they did this. So, but they were like, we don't want to leave any loose ends. We need to take care of this or he's going to give all our secrets to the spades and, like, we can't deal with that.
Interesting.
So they try to kill him.
Nice.
They are unsuccessful.
I love him.
And Oikawa is very mad at them about it, but they find out that Kageyama lived. Now, Sugawara is the Queen of Spades under Daichi.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, and he takes care of Kageyama while he's recovering and is like, welcome to the family, son. Well, then you find out Kageyama is Oikawa's adopted brother, and so it's even more drama that he left the Hearts. Weho, everybody say weho.
Weho.
Tsukishima is a doctor in this, and he's the one that actually, like, helps Kageyama recover.
He
seems like a big nerd.
You know, I look at a picture of him.
Yeah, it's the
it's the glasses.
But he would let Kageyama die.
Oh.
Well, he's not very nice to him.
Yeah, okay, great.
He's there. Yeah. And then Shimizu Kyoko is also there, and she's the one of spades, but she's, like, very important and, like, does stuff. I don't know what she does, but she's there.
Nice.
And that's cool because I literally had not read a single female character that wasn't an OC in any of these fanfics. She was the first woman to make an appearance.
Nice!
And congrats to her.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah. And then, Oikawa and Bokuto. Bokuto is the head of he's the king of diamonds, and Akashi is his queen. You love to see it. Bokuto and Oikawa have, like, a friendship kind of deal, so their gangs are mostly, like, pleasant to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the clubs are mentioned, but they don't really do anything, because I only got halfway through and I gave up. But
nice.
It's Kuru, king of clubs, Kenma is his queen, obviously, and then Terashima is also there as, like, a bodyguard or something, I don't know.
Okay.
I had a very hard time keeping track of these people. There were a lot more characters mentioned that I did write down, and I have their pictures, but they didn't make any impression on me at all.
That's
because
fine.
They were only there for a second. Daichi?
He slept on.
He a tall thing.
He has the thickest eyes of the show.
Tall. He has the broadest shoulders I've ever seen.
He's so slept on, like...
Wow. He just looks, like, so kind.
But he's dead.
Yes.
I don't know if he is. Shut up. Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
Hold on, what?
We're gonna get into that next, but my
Oh my
last
gosh.
fic that I wanted to mention
Okay.
was Oikawa / Iwaizumi enemies to lovers, which that is my favorite trope ever.
Why you make
which
that
I don't
face?
know what that says about me as a person.
Love them.
I don't know what that says about me as a person. Do I need help?
Maybe.
Absolutely.
You have cancer again, so
1000%.
probably.
Oh, that's a good point.
But the assassin's
Too
gonna
bad.
help you, so it's fine.
That's true, she'll put you
Yeah.
to sleep.
But Oikawa is the son of the leader of the largest crime syndicate in Japan.
Is this a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing? Forbidden love?
And he's also a med school student, but he doesn't really want to go to med school. He's only
Okay.
doing it because his dad wants him to be. Okay.
Okay.
He meets a guy at the club. One Iwaizumi Hajime.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like, hang out, and he's like, man, this guy's really cute. And then when they're dancing, his shirt rides up, and he sees one of his tattoos on his back, and he's like, uh-oh, that looks familiar. Yeah, Iwaizumi is the most notorious contract killer in Japan, a known enemy of the Yakuza. And they're like, even though we're enemies, we can have a casual relationship.
He could kill me any day.
And then they fall in love.
And then they fall in love.
And it's like, whoops, I never finished it.
That's nice.
So
That's quite fun.
I just think enemies to lovers is such a galaxy brain.
Chef's kiss.
Like,
It's
yeah. So it's like 38,000 words. It's unfinished. And it's only 4 chapters. I had a really hard time getting through, like, the first chapter because it's, like 12,000 words or something.
Okay.
I might go back and finish it just to see what happens.
Just to
but
see what
yeah,
happens.
I thought that was a really interesting premise.
Right.
It's just Romeo and Juliet, but with Oikawa and Iwaizumi.
Nice.
But, like, the stakes are a lot higher because Iwaizumi's literally a contract killer.
I
And
love that.
when Oikawa realizes who he is, they have this, like, crazy, like, punching, kicking fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, I don't really want to die. And Iwaizumi's like, I don't really want to kill you. And they're like, okay. So that's that. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm done. So that's the Mafia AUs.
All right.
I don't really know what I learned besides everyone in the Haikyuu fandom wants to take these very simple, like, this simple world, these very wholesome characters, and put them in the most dire of circumstances known to man.
Yes, literally.
And they, like, enjoy that? Hey,
Apparently-
Haikyuu fandom, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you
No.
okay?
No.
We're broken.
There's your answer, folks.
Okay. Can I talk about...
Emma, let's jump into it.
Okay. So when I started reading Haikyuu fanfiction, I had no idea what was going on, and nothing was interesting to me. It was just words on screen. Didn't mean anything, right? It was just names. I had no idea what was happening, so I asked Mariah. I was like, okay, give me your top ships. So she gave me her top ships, and I made her tell me why she shipped them. And then she almost started crying, because she just loves them too much.
I love them so much.
Okay. So, after that, I was a lot more into it, because I had at least some kind of... I went through and I looked at pictures of all of them, and it was great, having a good time. I don't know when the flip switched, but it did, and I decided I'm gonna read the very famous, blew up on TikTok, painful fanfiction. You can't cry. Neither of us
You're
are
not allowed
to
cry on our podcast.
Don't cry on the podcast. Unless it's Ellie crying about the
down.
Umbrella Academy monkey not having a hat. And then she's allowed to cry.
Why would you bring that up?
Okay. I'm sorry. So, it's called In Another Life.
I hate you.
And it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. It's Bokuno and Akashi. For some reason, the Haikyuu fandom loves major character death and terminal illness. Oh my gosh, and you have cancer again. Back to terminal illness. Here we go.
I know. No, Emma, I have so many thoughts about this, but continue.
I would love to. The thing is, I got worried because it's terminal illness, and I was like, if they pull he has cancer, I'm dipping. I can't take that. It's too normie. Having cancer is
no, the Haikyuu fandom tries to be quirky and put in, like, diseases you've never heard of.
You've never heard of. And so he had fatal familial insomnia.
F-A. No, what?
I? It's
Future,
okay, Mariah's illiterate.
Future farmer, no, Future Farmers of America.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. So, I read that, and this is such a great story. I read that, and Mariah was reading something else.
I was reading the Koro Kinma one at the time. That's when I started it.
Oh
you were reading The Galaxy is Endless?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get to that in just a second.
Is that the soulmate? Is that the soulmate AU one that you told me about in the McDonald's parking lot? Or the McDonald's drive-thru, and I started crying? Okay, cool.
Yes. Okay, so I was reading In Another Life, and Mariah was reading The Galaxy is Endless. Okay. So, then, a couple days later, I read The Galaxy is Endless. In parentheses, I thought we were too.
Okay.
This one might be the one that... I'm not gonna cry on the podcast. I can't cry on the podcast.
If you cry on the podcast during the Haikyuu episode, I will fire you and find another co-host.
It's the way that Kinma felt at the end of it that hurt probably the most.
It hurts.
With the box. Like,
it's
from the box to the end.
None of this, to the people who have no context, this... No context.
It hurts.
That's the name of the show!
So, it's Kuru and Kenma. Again, major character death, terminal illness.
I read 4 of those this week.
4 this week?
I read again In Another Life again.
What is wrong with you?
Again?
Yeah.
Why would you read it again?
To feel something.
So
you guys are depraved.
Kuru and Kenma, very sad. A lot of people are in a debate whether The Galaxy is Endless or In Another Life is worse, but The Galaxy is Endless broke me more. I think that was more upsetting. Mariah disagrees with me.
Yes, I do.
And that's fine.
Okay. So, when you told me about The Galaxy is Endless
in the McDonald's drive-thru,
and I was literally about to order, and I started crying, and I had to pull it together so that I could get food. That was something I did not expect, and I was a little annoyed.
It's really funny to me because, yes, I didn't have an emotional attachment to these characters, and then I read them, and now I really, really do.
You Kenma, are you Ken McKinney?
Please leave that out of the episode description. please leave that out.
That's the episode title is gonna be Emma the Ken McKinney.
No. Yeah, so those were really upsetting. There are 34 fan fictions, Haikyuu, under the terminal illness and major character death together, filtered together. 34. That's too many.
Okay.
That's still too many.
Now, that is out of like 38,000 Haikyuu fanfics, and that is not including crossovers. I filtered out all the crossovers.
I also filtered the crossovers.
38,000!
Yeah.
And 34 of them are terminal illness, and that is too many terminal illness fics in one fandom.
Many.
Like,
and we're gonna read all of them.
Stop!
The Haikyuu fandom, I noticed that their favorite AUs, college AUs, because it's high school, they graduate, they all go to different schools, so... Oh my gosh. Yeah, they love college AUs.
Yeah, the college AUs, I did read a college AU. So this week I actually caught up on some normal fan fiction because the Mafia AUs really... They gave me nothing. Yeah, I have nothing going on upstairs with the Mafia AUs. Now, the aesthetic is very fun.
It's very fun.
Character-wise, though, I feel like those are the ones you have to know who the characters are to get anything out of it, and I just didn't know.
That makes sense.
So, I read a Kuro and Kenma one that was, like, best friends to lovers, like, they've been friends since they were kids, they move in together, they fall in love. Very cute. Oikawa is Kuro's, like, wingman, and he helps them get together, and it's very sweet. I also read... I have a Kageyama Hinata one, and it's very cute. But the one AU that I thought just sounded fun, and I didn't know how many existed, so I had to go hunting for it. Mm-hmm. But I love the concept of everyone goes to the Olympics.
Yes!
That just sounded fun. Mariah is, every single time I say anything, she literally is like...
I am holding a gun to her head. I am holding a gun to your head.
You will understand when you watch it.
Ellie, bring me your gun. I know you have one.
I can't. I have to defend myself from the assassin OC.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I have cancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no. But the Olympics AUs, I only read like 2 or 3 of them, and they were pretty short. Mm-hmm. But they were really fun.
They're so fun.
Some of them though, actually I would say about half of the Olympics AUs that I was just flipping through, mm-hmm. were different sports. So it wasn't even volleyball. It was like.
I want to see ice skating. Haikyuu, Yuri on Ice
Who would be an ice
There was an ice skating one, and I did think Yuri on Ice Haikyuu crossover would be fun.
I love ice skating.
That'd be cute.
Okay, so the other thing, those are the only fics that I want to talk about because they were the only ones that affected me emotionally.
Yeah, I did want to mention though before we stop talking about the terminal illness thing.
Cool.
As a former haver of cancer,
and current,
which is very cool of me.
And current,
sorry, I just got my cancer back because that Wattpad OC is on the way to kill me right now. I have conflicted feelings because I understand that there's this, like, pain of, like, loss, and, fanfiction can be a great way to process really difficult feelings about challenging topics and situations, which is totally valid. Mm-hmm. And I've read stuff before not related to cancer or terminal illness because, as you might imagine, that's a tough topic for me to be thinking about just in my normal day-to-day. So I don't read that stuff. But I can imagine that for some people it's, I don't know. I don't know, they enjoy that. I just feel weird that there's such a fixation. And even though, so we did mention there's only like 34 fics in the entire fandom that are like terminal illness.
And that's only on AO3,
which
I'm
is
sure
too many.
There's more on Wattpad.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a really good point. It's only on Archive of Our Own. But that being said, even though, yeah, that's too many.
It's too many.
But like, there, In Another Life is the highest rated fic on Archive of Our Own in the Haikyuu fandom. Out of 38,000 fanfics.
Because it blew
that
up.
One is the biggest
one.
Huge
it blew up.
Yes,
TikTok.
I made, someone posted a thing which was, it was so wrong. It was like Haikyuu characters with their disorders, which it was so wrong and everyone was mad at it.
That's
but I
so
wrote,
Tumblr.
Yeah, it was like,
cringe.
Daichi has iron deficiency, and I'm like, where I was like, where did you get your information from? But I wrote in the comments, Bokuto has fatal familia insomnia, and hundreds of people have commented for me to go to jail.
To go die. You need to go. You need to die.
Okay, that's actually incredibly funny.
It's the top comment.
It's the top comment.
Good for you.
On that post.
Yeah, but everyone's telling me no and jump off a bridge, so...
Ryan's getting death threats.
If you get a terminal illness, I can send that.
That is awesome, yeah.
AUOC after you, yeah.
She's coming for
No,
me.
so, yeah. So even though, like, there aren't very many terminal illness fics, it's obviously a huge deal in the fandom, right?
Yeah.
People are reading this, and it is now the most liked fic of all of them in the entire fandom, which is insane to me. But the reason, and this is just something for people to be aware of, okay? I'm not saying that you can't read this stuff and, like, enjoy it somehow, even though it's so sad. I don't know how you could possibly enjoy it, but
feel something.
I guess. But anyway, I just think it's good to be aware that, like, again, as a former, I can't say a former Cancer because that sounds like it's my zodiac sign. As former Cancer, I feel so weird about people romanticizing that experience.
Yeah, it's
now,
weird.
I felt like I was dying, but I was pretty sure that I wasn't gonna die, so I didn't have, like, a date that they're like, oh, you have 4 months to live, or whatever, no, like, I just had to wait and get surgery, and then hopefully it would be fine, and if it wasn't fine after that, then we wouldn't know what was gonna happen. But, like, I didn't have an end date that was like, you're gonna die now, which is very cool for me, I suppose. But I do feel weird about that, because people are like, oh my gosh, and they're in love, and then they die, and that's so terrible. It's like, yes, it is.
Get this?
Good
You're
one,
right.
big brain fanfic writers. And again, someone else will have to explain to me the appeal, because I fully aware my bias is I don't want to read about it, I don't want to hear about it, because that was not a pleasant experience for me, and there was nothing, like...
And then I told you about both
that.
In Another Life and The Galaxy is Endless.
And then I cried in the McDonald's drive-thru because it was traumatic for me. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
It's on site, my friend.
It's on site.
McDonald's runs. I can't even go to McDonald's anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be fine. Even if I cry in the drive-thru, I'll get over it. I just don't really, like, get it.
No, that's
I don't
understandable.
really get it. Like, it's fine if people want to read it, but it's just one of those things that, like, you just have to be aware of how the things that you write like that appear to people who are disabled, have had, or, you know, have terminal illnesses that we're all sitting over here, like, that's what you like to read about? Is that what you want to read about? You want to read about, like, people dying from, well, it's not cancer, because apparently, according to the fandom,
it's too normie.
Cancer is too normie, so they have to go find the weirdest, most
too mainstream.
disease.
You had cancer.
Dude,
only losers get cancer.
I tried everything I could possibly try to be, like, quirky, and I was like, oh, Cancer, that's the one. Gotta get
then
that.
You got hit by
and then
lupus,
I did.
So.
Well, and then I got lupus, but, like, those are still, it's like, it's not special enough.
No, you need, like, CDJ.
Go get Lou Gehrig's
No one
disease.
is doing runs or, like, ice bucket challenges for thyroid cancer because it's stupid, and it's really easy to, it's really easy to, like, cure.
Yeah. This, okay.
Oh my god,
so sad. I texted you.
Yeah, no one cares about thyroid cancer.
I texted you earlier.
Anyway.
I texted you earlier, saying how I don't like college AUs. I really don't.
Yeah, because they're super unrealistic.
Only people that like them are people who haven't been to college.
Who've never been to college.
They've never been to college.
Yep.
I cannot
They romanticize
even
the college
imagine.
experience.
Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine myself having a meet cute coffee shop college romance in my life. I don't have time for that. I don't have the emotional stability for that. That fictional character probably doesn't either.
Sure.
I know it's a total fantasy in a realistic world that's too unrealistic. And I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm too poor and, like, depressed to imagine. I mean, maybe for some people that have been to college or are in college, reading college AUs is an escape where they're like, man, but, like, it's kind of how
for them.
It's kind of how I addictively play The Sims, and when I'm making money in The Sims, I imagine that that's me making money in real life, and then I stop playing The Sims, and I get really, really, really sad.
Yeah, Ellie, that's why I haven't. I got the university pack for The Sims, and
your girl, didn't she flunk out of college?
No, she almost died. Because she didn't have she had to do her homework, do her projects, go to class, eat, and needed time to walk to and from class because she was so slow.
Oh my gosh, but
she
that's
wouldn't
so
run,
realistic.
and the bike was glitched, so she couldn't ride her bike to class.
I am
so it took
losing my mind.
So long. She almost, and she never slept either. You need to sleep and you need to eat. Both of those things are important. And so I got so depressed that I had to turn it off.
That's so valid.
I haven't played The Sims in a really long time because
I'm gonna pass out.
It
that is
reflected
so much.
myself, and I was like, if my fictional fake person that I'm in charge of taking care of is doing so bad, how am I supposed to be in charge of myself?
Yeah, what does that say about you?
Yeah.
Your Sims can die?
Yeah,
You didn't know that? Oh, Mariah.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't want to play that. That's how I felt about my plant. My water plant.
Okay, can I jump back into Haikyuu?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, that was my Sims detour. Anyway, back to Haikyuu.
In our Haikyuu episode. Okay, so another thing that I did, and I believe that you did this as well, is since we didn't have the plot, Mariah will be grading us based on AUs that we wrote.
Oh, okay.
Did you write any?
I have some thoughts. They're not very well formed, but
so
I'm ready.
I have 2 semi-thorough ones. Okay. And then 5 one-sentence prompts. Okay. Can I hit you with them, please? Yes. Okay, so here's my first AU that I wrote. Okay, get ready. Buckle up, everybody.
Buckling up.
This one is a fake/pretend relationship AU.
My favorite.
And a roommate AU.
Oh, okay.
And there was only one bed.
Whoa.
I know. Okay? So, Tsukishima and Yamaguchi didn't know each other. They didn't know each other until they started living together because they met through a mutual friend, Takeda, and they clicked right away because they both used to play volleyball and they had similar interests. Okay. So they move in together. They're roommates.
And they were roommates.
One of them was looking for a roommate, and so...
Okay, yeah.
Takeda, set them up, right?
Okay.
So they vibe, and they, have this cute little roommate schedule, whatever. They, have movie night every Friday, cute. It's really cute. It's great. So, Tsukishima is a lonely single guy, and Takeda is like, bud, put yourself out there, so he gets Tinder. Okay. Nishinoya and Tsukishima match on Tinder, and they go out on a date, and it's great, but Suki is not feeling it. And then he gets a call. Not while he's on the date. He just goes on the date and it's whatever.
Okay.
So he gets home and he's telling Yamaguchi about his bad date.
Okay.
He gets a call from his parents, from his mom, that his dad died.
I am literally
Okay,
gonna
so
kill
his
you.
dad is dead, and his mom is like, bring your fiance to the funeral. And he's like, I don't know if he can come. I don't know. And the mom is like, no, if he loves you, he'll come to the funeral. And he's like, that's not fair. She's like, I don't care, my husband just died.
Wait, why does she think he has a fiance?
Yes. Okay.
No, why? Why? Where did that come from?
I'm gonna explain.
Okay.
So then, Suki has to confess to Yamaguchi that he told his parents that they were engaged. Now they want him to come to the funeral and bring his fiance.
His dad died not knowing that his son was a liar. You know what? This has big light Death Note energy.
Listen.
Okay, alright.
Oh my gosh, Ellie. Okay, so, because I know nothing about Tsukishima's parents. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, sure.
But in this AU, his dad is, like, a little homophobic, and he would always be like, oh, when are you gonna get a wife? When are you gonna have kids with a wife? Haha, because I'm a man who expects my kids to be straight. And so Suki pulled up the first picture of a dude on his phone and was like, this is my fiance. And that just so happened to be his roommate, Yamaguchi. Okay? So, he tells Yamaguchi, and Yamaguchi's like, okay, cool, let's go to the funeral because I'm a good person and you need the support. Also, I'm in love with you, but you don't know that. Weho.
Sure. Everybody say weho.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Everyone say weho. So they go to Suki's childhood home.
Okay.
And he still kind of has, like, a rough relationship with his brother.
Okay.
But it gets resolved through the rest of the plot.
There is so much happening, but okay.
It's kind of awkward because Suki and Yamaguchi don't know how to act as a couple, but they pull it off. And then they accidentally half-plan the fake wedding that's never gonna happen.
Okay.
Because Tsukishima's mom is like, tell me all about the wedding. We have to plan the wedding. And so they accidentally, like, plan this wedding that's never gonna happen.
Okay.
And then Suki realizes that he doesn't know Yamaguchi as well as he thought he did from, like, questions that his family asked him, and Yamaguchi answers them.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I didn't even know you. And at one point, he asked himself, why am I more than okay to have Yamaguchi give me attention and affection? Debbie Ryan hair tag.
Debbie Ryan hair tags.
Slight gay panic moment.
Love that.
As you do.
Yeah.
Emotional breakdown at the funeral.
Of course.
It'd be like that. Dealing with heavy regret and guilt from Suki that he was really crappy to his dad and thought that he would have more time to fix things.
Oof, okay, yeah, that's heavy. Oof.
Eventually, Tsukishima and Yamaguchi kiss.
Heck yeah.
And Yamaguchi accidentally admits his feelings for Suki, and it's a big oops moment. But then it's all good because Suki realizes he's also in love with Yamaguchi and just didn't see it because he's a fool. And then they go home, and then they have to face the fact that they planned a fake wedding that's gonna happen a year from then. And they're like, huh, what do we do about that? And done. That's it. You'll never find out. Okay?
Okay, just ends?
And then it just ends.
Okay. Right.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Okay, no, I'm ready.
This one's a lot shorter, okay? So, this is a celebrity AU.
Okay.
So Kenma is a famous actor. This is based off the fan fiction that I'm currently reading. It's not Haikyuu.
Oh, okay.
And I was telling you about it, Mariah, so you already kind of know a little bit. the idea of it. So Kenma is a famous actor, and he's going to star in a movie about volleyball. And he had played volleyball when he was younger, but he's still a little rusty, so they hire a volleyball coach to teach him and choreograph the game scene.
Okay, so
right?
this is Yuri on Ice. So this is just Yuri on Ice.
So it's just Yuri on
volleyball.
Ice. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So then Bokuto sees an ad about it, and he tells Kuru, and he's like, try and go get the job, go do this. And Kenma is one of Kuru's favorite actors.
This is literally just, okay, whatever.
Favorite actors.
Cheap.
Okay?
Cheap!
So he's like,
Cheater.
I don't know, dude, that makes me nervous, but it's probably a bad idea. But he says, why not? And he goes to the interview, and he's told to come in a couple of days and see, like, how well he can work with the actors. So he meets Kenma. But Kenma doesn't like him.
Love that.
Kenma thinks that he's awful.
Love it.
But in reality, because Kuru thinks that Kenma hates him. In reality, Kenma is just indifferent.
Okay.
But also, he thinks that Kuru's a little hot.
I mean, who wouldn't? Yeah.
Yeah, because he is.
Because he is.
Akashi is one of the other leads, but that has nothing to do with it. He's just, he has to be there.
Sure, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Kuru gets the job, and now he has to spend almost all his time with Kenma trying to teach him volleyball. And Kenma plays stupid because Kuru is hot. So even though he knows how to play volleyball, and he played volleyball while he was a kid, he's like, I don't know how to do this. Will you help me? And then there's that, here, let me help you moment, you know, where they, like, reach over and adjust your arms for you.
Yeah, I know exactly what
right?
you mean. Yeah, of course.
And then from then on, it's an extremely slow burn, okay?
That's cruel.
Probably 16 chapters, 150,000 plus word count,
okay.
Uncompleted, and last updated 2 years ago, so you'll never have the satisfaction of them finally confessing their feelings.
Oh my gosh! That's...
Stirring the pot. I'm out here stirring the pot.
That is a lot, dude.
Thank you. And then I started to write an Enemies to Lovers AU earlier today, but I remembered that I had homework, so I couldn't.
That's incredible. I mean, I love it. You know, I love a good Enemies to Lovers.
Yeah, of course. Here are my one sentence prompts. I found a little sentence prompt generator, and so I stuck like names, and I went and so these are the ones that I pulled from that. Kenma suspects that Kuru is a werewolf, but really, he's hiding a much more mundane secret. What is it? I don't know, because the prompt didn't tell me and I didn't have the energy to put in more thought.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Okay. Next one. Nishinoya and Asahi are fighting, and their constant arguing is causing problems, so then the team locks them in a room and they won't let them out until they make up.
Okay, good.
Mariah's face!
Mariah's crying again.
Mariah's crying again. Oh my gosh. Hinata and Kageyama are athletes from different countries that meet at the Olympics. Stop making that face. I'm gonna kill you.
Olympics AU is
Olympics
so
AU.
Good. Yeah.
They're
love
so
it.
good.
Love it.
Love to see it. Oikawa accidentally drinks a love potion and falls for Iwa-chan.
Love it.
You love to see it. You know what? There's always got to be one Hogwarts AU. It might as well be that one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's that's fair. That fits. There's love potions canonically in Harry Potter, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Last one, Ushijima as a film noir detective and Tendo as the desperate client.
Okay, I would read that. That's really good.
That would fit.
I know.
Mariah crying.
Yeah,
so
Mariah
good.
crying.
Yeah. I love that.
But yeah, those are mine.
Wow, okay, mine suck in comparison, but that's cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my first one, the roommates fake pretend relationship.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do mine just to get him out of the way because Emma's are, I think, superior.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, and then you can grade Emma's and tell us that they're superior, and then I don't have to feel bad about following that up.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright. So I'm making these up on the spot because I had an idea like 2 nights ago at like 3 in the morning, and I was like, oh, that's so good, and then completely forgot. I have no idea what it was.
Gone.
The 2 that I thought of, so I wanted to go with something supernatural, not Supernatural the show, something spooky, scary.
Supernatural crossover, gotcha.
Supernatural crossover, yes. They bring back Hitler.
There's gotta be one.
There always has to be one.
Your face.
So, okay, these are my 2. So one of them, there's not any one specific ship. It's one of those, like, everyone starts pairing off kind of things, where, like, all the popular ships are in, and it's just, like, fun. But it's Zombie Apocalypse Survival AU. So...
Oh, zombies are one of Mariah's worst fears. We
Oh,
were just talking about this last night.
Well,
I watch the shows and movies with zombies, but then I just cry.
It's just nightmares, and it's great.
So I'm so sick of death in Haikyuu. Haikyuu characters are not allowed to die anymore, so we're done with that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered my idea! Okay, I'm writing it down real quick so I don't forget. Oh my gosh. Okay, that one Soulmates AU was Kuro and Kenma, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna blow your mind. Okay, well, so for the Supernatural AU, we've got 2. Okay, so we have Zombie Apocalypse AU. Everyone's together. So this is one of those fics where the tags is like 30% of the page, and it's all just lists of characters, okay? They're all together. They're at a big, like, championship thing. They have to be adults. As much as I like kind of a Hunger Games style, like, they're all teens in the apocalypse, it just doesn't work for, like, the, you know, like, zombie. So it's kind of like a Zombieland thing where it's, like, a buddy comedy.
Right.
But they're in the zombie apocalypse. So it's very lighthearted. Nobody important dies.
Good.
And they all survive, and it's kind of fun. And then they, like, you know, get to safety. And that's pretty much all I have. I just like that concept of a bunch of friends getting together, zombie apocalypse.
I love it.
Everybody lives. My other supernatural one is like a Victorian era vampire and vampire hunter AU with Bokuto and Akashi.
Ooh. Who's the vampire? Who's the hunter?
Bokuto is the vampire hunter.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad that you said those words.
You guys.
I was
waiting.
waiting.
You guys, everyone listening can't see, but Emma and Mariah were slowly, like, their shoulders were hunching, and they were all tense, and then as soon as I said that, like, the sigh of relief.
I was hoping.
Collapsed in your chairs. Yeah, so Bokuto, vampire hunter. Akashi is the vampire. Now, here's the thing. This is another, so it's kind of dark, you know, because it's, like, Victorian vampires, so there's that whole aesthetic, but I love the idea of the 2 of them in, like, Victorian era, like, very nice clothing. Okay. So Akashi is actually looking for a cure for his vampirism, but he doesn't want the other vampires to know, because then they'll, like, be mad at him. Bokuto has been sent to wipe out Akashi and his coven, his clan, right? But Akashi is like, so Akashi has to put on this, like, brave face and be like, these vampire hunters can't kill us because we're the best, but inside he's like, I kind of want him to just, like, kill me because then I don't have to worry about this whole vampire thing. So eventually he and Bokuto have a confrontation in, like, you know, a dingy city street in the middle of the night, and, like, you know, and he's like, dude, I can't, like, I don't want to be a vampire. I'm just so sick of this. Like, can you just end it now? And Bokuto's like, wait, what? And it's one of those, like, I thought you were all monsters, but now you're humanized in my eyes. And so then Bokuto and Akashi go on a little adventure together to try and cure Akashi's vampirism. All the while, Bokuto's group of vampire hunters are like, dude, why haven't you killed these vampires yet? They're wreaking havoc. And Akashi's vampire clan are like, why are you hanging out with a human? That seems a little sus. And that's it. And they fall in love. Yeah. So it's kind of it turns into like a road trip AU, but it's Victorian London and everyone's vampires.
I love that.
My other one was a Pokemon AU with Oikawa and Iwaizumi, where Oikawa is the Pokemon League champion, and he's been the champion for a couple years, and no one can beat him because he's, like, so good.
Mm-hmm.
But Iwaizumi is a new trainer on the scene. He's not, like, a young trainer. He's older, but he's out, you know, been training forever to beat the Pokemon League, and he finally gets there. And Oikawa's whole thing is that he thinks he's unbeatable, and he's like, oh, this guy, like, he's older, he's behind. You know, I beat kids like him all the time, no problem. But Iwa-chan destroys him. So Oikawa's, like, status as a celebrity is crushed, and his pride is broken, and his, like, whole, you know, like, not tough guy, but his, like, snarky, I'm the best persona is called into question, because then people are like, you're so full of it, like, you can't beat everybody. And he's such a sore loser about it that he's like, Iwa-chan, you know, like, we're gonna battle again, and I'm gonna beat you this time, and I'm gonna prove that I'm the best. And then they fall in love. Here's my last AU.
Okay, yes, I loved that. That was great.
Yeah, that's
Thank you. I just, like, for some reason, Oikawa and Iwa-chan, as in the Pokemon AU specifically, is, like, just so good.
It is.
I think Kuro and Kenma run the Pokemon Center together.
That's very cute.
Pokemart. Not the Pokemon Center, the Pokemart. Actually, no, wait. Who's the captain, the coach? The hot one with the headband and the cigarette?
Oh, gosh. He's from Karasuno.
Okay, because doesn't he run, like, a market?
He does!
Okay,
I would go there every day.
Yeah,
She would go there
I
every
would go
day.
there every day also.
Oh my gosh,
So he runs the Pokemart. I just think that's fun. But Kuro and Kenma, I think they would run the Pokemon daycare together. That just seems so chaotic and, like, cute also.
That's so good.
I
also,
know.
listen, here's my pitch. Kenma,
Okay.
psychic Pokemon trainer.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Koda would be dark. I feel like he'd be like ghost or dark type.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Defo. I think dark is a really good. Yeah. Oikawa, I think is dragon type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dragon
I
type.
like that.
Every dragon trainer is, like, so full of it and is like, I'm the best, and then I destroy them. So,
I love
that just fits.
What would Iwa-chan be?
So, the things that are really good against dragon are other dragons. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Dragon is weak against steel and fairy.
Dude, he would so have steel, I believe. And
He would so have steel.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he rolls up with his steel type and just, like, destroys him, and it's like, it's over.
I feel like
I
he would
love
have
that.
one
Okay, yeah.
fairy that he, like a little fairy Pokemon that, like, it shows his soft side. Like,
That's
he's,
so
like, my
precious.
little,
Yeah.
like, baby fairy.
That's
Yes.
so precious.
Hinata and Kageyama, I'm not really sure where they fit in. What do you think?
I think they would be two opposing, like, gym leaders that are, like, rivals against each other, but they're in love with each other.
But they're in love with each other.
Of course.
Like,
Of course.
fire and water, and they're like,
Yes.
I will destroy you, and, like...
I love that. Is Kageyama the water type?
He would be the strongest out of the two.
Yeah, so water type.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes sense.
I love it. Yeah, so that's my
You love to see
Pokemon
it.
AU proposal. And now that I've said it, I want to write it, but I don't know anything about these characters, so I don't think I could do it justice.
Do it anyways.
Okay. This is the final... This is it. Alright, this is the one. So, Emma, after you and Mariah told me about this heart-wrenching soulmate AU with Kuro and Kenma in the McDonald's drive-thru, and I started crying when I was trying to order a 2-cheeseburger meal, okay? I thought up later that night a kind of fix-it fic and a twist on the soulmate AU concept because I'm sick of people dying.
Good, because that you
No
just,
one is allowed to die.
All you said was soulmate AU, and my heart hurt. My heart hurt.
No, I know, and I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm gonna fix everything wrong with the Haikyuu fandom with this fanfiction, okay? So, again, it's gonna be, like, heavy at first.
Okay.
But then it gets really, like, funny and lighthearted, but it's still really heartfelt and, like, meaningful. Okay, so, Kuru and Kenma, okay? I didn't even think about what kind of soulmate AU it would be.
Right.
What's your favorite soulmate AU trope? I'm not a soulmate AU guy, so I don't know them as well.
I'm not a soulmate AU person either. I'm trying to think, because that's definitely... So the Galaxy is Endless is the soulmate AU where your soulmate's last words are written on your skin in their handwriting when you turn 16. Okay, that's definitely the saddest one, I would say.
Hate that. Like, more than anything.
Hate it a lot. I'm trying to think... Oh, I read a soulmate AU where you hear the music that your soulmate is listening to. So if they're listening to music, you can hear it. And it was Kuru and Kenma. Like, and Kenma was like, I need to find my soulmate to make them listen to better music because this is awful.
On TikTok, for a while there was a trend where once you find your soulmate, you can see color.
Oh yeah, that one's cute.
So, like, everyone's colorblind, sees only black and white, and then once they see their soulmate, they see color.
I don't know, that just reminds me of The Giver. I know The Giver is not a soulmate AU.
Shut up. I was literally about to say the same exact thing. It's just The Giver.
Haikyuu, it's just The Giver crossover.
Okay, I would actually be very here for that.
I would be so into that.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be into that. Yeah, I vibe with that. So the soulmate AU for this one, it's either gonna be kind of lighthearted, and it's gonna be like one of those your soulmate's feelings about you, like their first impression of you is like written on your body.
Interesting.
And so, Kuru and Kenma meet. I don't know them as well as I know a couple of the other characters, but I feel like they have a really bad like meet ugly situation. Yeah. Where they just like hate each other at first, and then they realize they're each other's soulmates, and they're like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me!" So they get to know each other better, and then they end up falling in love.
Lovers. You love to
Enemies
see it.
to lovers, but then crazy. Kuru gets struck by lightning or hit by a bus or something, eaten by a shark. I don't know, something crazy. Okay, like freak accident. And he dies. And
Ellie's out here like 2 minutes ago. Ellie's like, it's kind of a fix-it-fic. It's kind of a fix-it-fic. We're gonna...
Just wait. Just wait.
Okay.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Okay?
Okay.
He dies. And Kenma is like, I just met this guy. We hated each other. I spent all this time getting to know him better. And now my soulmate's dead. And, like, now I have nothing to do. So, as... like, retribution to the universe, he K-words himself, and then he wakes up.
I would too.
If my soulmate died,
Miranda talked about this. I would too.
Kenma wakes up, and he's in the spirit world, and he's like, wait, what? And he realizes that there's life after death, and there's a spirit guide there.
Yeah.
So then he realizes that if he died, and he's still, like, conscious, because he's a spirit now, that means Kuru is somewhere also. So then he goes on this, like, epic spirit journey to find his soulmate in the afterlife. And it's, like, really funny and heartfelt. But it starts as, like, a dark comedy. And then it's, like, it just gets off the rails from there. And then they find each other, and he's like, okay, fine. But then...
he dies again.
He dies again. He gets exorcised. No, I'm just kidding. He gets ghostbusted. He gets sucked into a ghostbuster.
He needed to take a trip down to the alchemy store on Earth, and...
Dude, he walked past he went to haunt the alchemy store.
He got jumped.
There
just
was
like Ling
did. No, here's the thing. There's a sign that says no ghosts allowed, and he ignores it.
Oh.
Ghostbusters jump out. Take him down. He's lost, and then it turns into a sequel where Kenma has to go. Actually, Kenma's gonna be the one that gets. So then Kuru has to go save him.
Kenma seems like he would go to the alchemy store.
Yes, he would.
Yeah. So, but no, at the end they find each other, and then it turns into a reincarnation soulmate AU.
Okay.
Where they decide together that they want to live again. So they go through not the pearly white gates, but it's the gates back into real life. And they're reborn. Mariah.
Reminds me of Angel Beats.
Okay, I'm actually gonna talk about Angel Beats in a minute here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So they go back and they're reincarnated, and then they meet each other again. Just the way that I need this to work is gonna be totally different. So the spirits all get together and they decide there's gonna be a spirit council, I think, because that just sounds fun.
Yeah.
They decide that because of Kenma and Kuro's love for each other, they're so inspired by it. They're like, you know what? We're gonna let them get reincarnated, but we're just gonna send them back to Earth in their bodies, and they get to start over again.
That's nice.
And like, so then it becomes a fix-it fic. Oh nice. My gosh. Okay. Whew. And we're done. That is my Haikyuu AU.
Okay, so this reminds me of an idea that I had. I think I told you about it. Fix-it fic for In Another Life.
Okay.
So sad. So sad. Why is it so sad? I hate the
literally
Haikyuu
could
fandom.
not tell you.
I
do too. I'm sick of this. I hate it here.
I'm sick of it. I can't. So, In Another Life, okay? Oh my gosh, I just thought about the end again. It makes me sad.
Get it out!
I'm not about to cry on this podcast. Am I about to... Okay. Reincarnation. I personally already believe in reincarnation, just in a weird, different way than everybody else does. It's my own thing. Whatever. Okay. So, not in my specific way of reincarnation, but they are reborn.
Okay.
They still look the same.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
But they are maybe a different world or a different time on Earth or wherever, okay?
Okay.
And they live their normal lives up until the point where, like, the age that they have met in another life. The fiction, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then, this is... Am I about to spoil a little bit of Angel Beats?
Just say spoiler alert.
Just say
okay,
it.
Get this. I'm gonna spoil the end of Angel Beats. So they pass each other on the street. One of them recognizes the other, but the other one doesn't. You know? Like, Bokuto recognizes Akashi, but Akashi is like, who are you?
Right.
I feel like it would be flipped, honestly.
Would it be the other way?
I feel like Akashi would remember.
That is a statement.
I really feel like Akashi would be the one.
Okay, well, you know what? Whichever
way. One of them sees the other. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
One of them, they just don't recognize the other person. Character A does not recognize character B.
Okay, sure.
And character B is like, I know you, but I don't know why or how. And then they maybe fall in love. Maybe one of them dies again. And then there's a new fix-it fic. And it just keeps going.
Oh my gosh. It's just a never-ending fic.
It's just never-ending.
For the previous fic. That's sadistic.
Thank you. Or, okay, get this.
Okay.
In Another Life, sequel fanfiction.
Okay.
Okay, follow-up. Extremely, extremely long. This time completed. Don't worry about it. We'll let it be completed.
That's great.
So, you follow Akashi because the first In Another Life is all in Akashi's point of view, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all in Akashi's point of view.
Right.
So, you're following Akashi through the rest of his life, and then he dies.
Okay.
And then you see him in his next life. And you follow him through multiple different lives, and each time you're like, oh, maybe he'll meet Bokuto. And then he finally does, in, like, the last one.
Okay.
After reading, like, 12,000 chapters.
After reading 500,000 words.
Yeah.
That's, like, the slowest of slow burns.
It's the slowest of slow burns.
Evil.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, well...
Uncompleted, updated 2 years ago. Updated in 2008.
All of mine are completed.
I always filter it out so they're completed.
Yeah,
or
updated 3 weeks ago. Yeah, updated 3 weeks ago. And I have like a chapter count, like end date. Like I will be publishing the final chapter in 4 weeks or whatever. Yeah, because I'm nice.
Mhm.
All right, that's great. Well, Mariah.
Okay.
Take it away.
Hit us with.
So I'll start with Emma.
Okay. I would love to hear it.
So your Tsukishima one with Yamaguchi, I really love the ship, of course.
Okay. Yes, that was the funeral.
I liked how you put the
Takeda?
assistant teacher in there because he plays such an important role and he is so underrated and people forget that. And I cry every day.
Okay.
I did not like Nishinoya in there because he deserves to be with Asahi. So
No,
I
know, but that's the thing, it doesn't work out. They go on a single date and they realize, Not for me. And never again.
I do love that, yeah.
Thank you.
I said, that's a little bit of spoiler, though, what I wrote down.
I think it's too late for that, bud.
Okay,
Bud,
so...
I just read so much Haikyuu fanfiction.
Yeah, we spoil the show for ourselves, which actually
really
makes
do.
me more interested in watching
Me
some
too.
of this content. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, go ahead, Mariah.
Okay.
Mariah, I guess spoiler alert for Haikyuu.
Yes. So I really like that you put that Tsukishima lies, because that very much ties in with the show like his brother does, and I was like, I'm in pain. Because he does have a rough relationship with his brother.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say, like I was saying, like, so, Yamaguchi, when they were, like, telling their, like, mom about the, marriage, Yamaguchi would freak out and be like, it's gonna be, and Tsukishima would have this straight face. I, like, imagined this, like, we already picked out the flowers, we already did this, because he's so good at lying now. And then I don't like the end, I want happy. Then
You have to end the fic. That's so cruel.
They are so... Okay, well, it is based off of another fanfiction that I read. Again, not Haikyuu. The person who wrote the one that the basis of, they did write a sequel to it where it has been that whole year, and the time comes around to when they are gonna get married. They're like, oh shoot, we're actually gonna get married, and we never told anybody that this was fake in the first place because now we're actually in love. So then they go back to character A's home, and they finally tell his mom, it was all fake, and she flips out, but then they get married.
What fandom is this?
I don't know if I want to say. It's not even that embarrassing. I just don't know if I want to expose myself.
Undertale.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I know.
I didn't
know
mean
it's
to make
not.
that sound. It just happened.
It came out.
No,
Oh my gosh.
it was Star Wars. It's General
okay.
Hux and Kylo Ren.
Oh. Yes, Kylux, of course.
Well, it's Ben Solo.
Is there a different ship name for Ben and Hux?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It was very good. It's very fun.
Cool. Mariah,
Okay.
continue.
For the next one, the Kinma famous one, okay, so the first one I gave it a B because I just did. I hate your ending.
Oh my
But
gosh!
this
I
one,
get docked a letter.
yeah,
That's fine.
this
yeah,
one I gave.
you deserve
the
it.
Kinma
Oh
one,
no,
I gave
she
it
doesn't
C.
like the ending of the last updated 2 years ago.
I don't.
Uncompleted.
So the Kinma one I gave a C.
Okay.
Just because
Okay.
I felt in my head differently. But
Okay.
what I really liked was you said Kinma would have a hate but not hate, an indifference thing. That is very Kinma.
Oh, I know.
I
I could see it.
love Bokudo and Kuro's friendship that you put in there because that's real.
Yes.
Kinma would not play smart because he just doesn't care.
Mhm.
In that situation, it would be more like Kuro. Kuro was give me attention, and Kinma's no, I'm playing my game. Leave me alone.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
weird. I
he's
didn't even
busy.
think about that.
Yep, and then
Yeah,
again,
Kinma's
I
busy,
don't like your
different one.
slow burns.
I feel pain.
And then for your Nishinoi Asahi one, which was the idea, I gave it an A
Thank you.
because it's amazing. And then I thought for your Okawa Iwan potion one, just the idea of it, I also give it an A. And I was fangirl makes it for Okawa in class. He drinks it. And she, is okay, he'll look at me. Iwata walks right by and is I'm in love with
a diversion.
And then, and so that one was
Love
good
that.
too.
That is fun. I'm generally anti-Hogwarts AUs.
Hey, me
'cause
too.
I just can't stand it. But I the concept of that is fun. I
If
will
you
say.
want to, that's the one thing that I don't like about Hogwarts AUs. I understand why people love oh yeah, this character would be in this house, and that's fine. But I almost always disagree with them.
That's how I feel about the Haikyuu fandom.
I almost
they pit,
always
That's
disagree
so
with them.
valid.
they pit I just don't agree sometimes with the Haikyuu houses.
I almost always disagree.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and for Ellie's, the zombie apocalypse no death, I like that.
Okay, because no one dies.
And I like that there's a happy ending.
There's a happy
just
ending.
want more of the characters, so I gave it a C.
Okay, yeah, sure.
your Victorian one, I love, again, like, the relaxation of my shoulders when you said Bokuto was the hunter, because he was so...
The relief that I felt in that moment.
And I literally was like, Bokuto would drop everything to help Akashi. He would. Like, that's canon.
Would. Yes.
And then, so I gave that one a B.
Awesome.
And then for the Pokemon one, I gave it an A, and I thought more of it. Like, and I love that you said Okawa is a champion, because, like, it is canon that they call him the king of the court in the show.
Oh, okay.
He is yes.
Love that.
And I also love that you put, like, that Iwaizumi, they're gonna, like, battle again in the future. Because that's also canon.
Wow, look at us go.
Mm-hmm. And then I love you brought up Pride, because Pride is a big thing with Oikawa.
Yeah. I did know that from I haven't watched any clips from Haikyuu, like, at all. But I know just from, like, watching the fandom on Twitter. And I guess sometimes on Tumblr, when I was looking through Tumblr posts for this episode, that was something that came up a lot, was how, like, prideful and, like, not stuck up, but, like, Oikawa's just very full of himself. He's very self-assured, but sometimes in, like, a way that is his own downfall.
See, in the show, like, him and Iwa have always been on a team, but they've never, like, won against this certain team.
Okay. And
they meet in the hallway once during, like, the tournaments, because they're in the same prefecture. And the guy's like, you should have... It's a big meme to say you should have come to Shire Torizawa. But he brings up, like, his worthless pride. And, like, my favorite thing is people hate Okawa because they are him. Because, like, Okawa has this worthless pride that he stayed with his best friend and stayed with the teammates that he had instead of going to the best school in the prefecture because of his worthless pride. And he's like, never make fun of my worthless pride. So then I wrote down more, so I was like, I like that the dragons for the king, Iwa would be steel, and I said his Pokemon would be all the teammates, Kageyama, Hinata, opposing gyms, Takeda, the guy, he would be the beginning guy, like, welcome to the Pokemon
He's
world.
Professor Oak. Yes,
oh my gosh, that's so cute. And
Okay,
I
love that.
Ushijima, which is the Shidatori one, the team that they never beat. Him and Tendo are like the main bad guys, like kind of like Team Rocket. Yes.
Oh yes, and the look is there.
Yes,
they give the look.
Wait,
and then I put like
Ushijima,
they would use
you said?
Ushijima and Tendo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have to look these people up because Okay, here we go. It's happening. Yeah, I spelled both of those names wrong. Awesome. Thanks, Google, for reminding me.
And then I put, the 4 elite people would be Bokuto Nakashi, Daichi, and Suga. And Bokuto would be, like, the crazy one.
That is so good.
I like the Pokemon. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, that was so good.
For yours, that was probably my favorite one. I gave it an A.
Yeah, thank you. I personally think that, like... Hogwarts AUs, sure, do your thing. You can assign people to their houses, and you're gonna be wrong, like, 75% of the time. But Pokemon AUs, there's so much there, because you can do, like...
Dude, they whip. They whip.
Are they, like, on a like, enemy, like, antagonist
there's
team?
So much.
Are they a gym leader? What kind of trainer are they, if they're just a trainer? Are they friends? Are they rivals? Are they both? What Pokemon
region are they in?
What region are they in? What Pokemon type do they use? And what is their, like, Pokemon team lineup? Because not only can you get specific with their type, you can get even nitty-grittier in there with, like, what Pokemon they actually have. Oh, the power that holds.
Yes.
Cool. And then, Mariah, there was one more, I think.
Oh, I didn't write anything because I was thinking of your Pokemon one. It was so freaking good.
I mean, yeah. It was the
any of
Kudo,
my one-sentence prompts?
No, Kudo and Kenma Soulmates AU Fix It.
Yes.
Where Kenma kills himself to find Kudo. And then
I gave it a C because I would do that, but, like, also, like, that's so sad.
It's sad that it happened in the first
place.
place.
It is sad. But we don't lean into the sad part of it. We lean into, like, the absurdity of the situation. Yeah, it's very, like, mid-2000s weird, dark romantic comedy. Yeah.
You love to see it.
But no, that's totally, I accept it.
Yeah, and I like that you finish your books, you know, and you don't lead people
I
on.
do not, even though, I'm gonna be honest, I have a fic on AO3 that I have 7 chapters uploaded. I have not updated since April of 2019. And before that,
I've never finished
before that,
Doctor points.
yeah, you can dock my points. All the other fics that I have uploaded, though, I've finished all of them.
That's good. I just lose the motivation, so I know that it would end up being extremely long.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I'd forget about it, and I would get harassing comments saying, please, I need this.
Yep.
Here's a death threat for you. And I'd be like, that's nice, thanks.
So, Emma, I know you're gonna watch Haikyuu in, 4 seconds. I probably won't. And it's not because I hate the idea of the show. I just not my... I don't... Just, really wholesome anime... I don't know how to I don't know how to say this without sounding like a monster. They make me too emotional, and I can't handle that. The anime that I'm more into, I don't know what kind of anime I'm into. I mean, I'm more drawn to horror, especially right now that it's spooky season. We are recording this in October, so I'm counting down the hours until I can watch Black Butler. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I don't know, Haikyuu just never really interests me. I think it's a fantastic show. I think it's a really fun idea. And
it's for the girls and the gays.
Concept of the manga. Haikyuu is for the girls and the gays. Truly.
No, but I love seeing my straight men also not be afraid to be like, yeah, heck yeah, I love Haikyuu.
Yeah.
Because there's so many boys in there, they're like, you only watch it because they're hot. And then there's guys out there and they're like, Haikyuu is so good. The plot is so good. And I'm like, I stan.
Well, that's Haikyuu, folks. Got him. Happy Haikyuu Thanksgiving. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you, Mariah, so much for joining us. This was an absolute delight.
It was very fun.
I love Haikyuu. I'll talk about it any day, anytime.
Yes, you will. Whether you want it or not. It's coming.
Oh my gosh. She's a-coming.
She's a-coming.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for listening. We appreciate you guys so much. This is such a fun project that Emma and I have taken on, that somehow we push through the depression and make it happen.
Yeah, somehow.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm struggling.
Stay tuned for more. We've got a couple episodes planned for the holidays, for the winter holiday, that are gonna be fantastic, I think.
Nice.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. At PodNoContext, so you can stay up to date on when we have podcast updates, podcast schedule, getting sneak peeks of episodes, and also seeing, maybe we'll do polls and stuff of out of character episode topics that you guys want to hear us cover. But yeah, we really appreciate your listenership.
Yeah, and tell your friends about it too. If you have friends that like fan fiction or are fans of shows or games or any media that we talk about, definitely let them know.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to, do a pretty healthy mix of TV shows, video games, and specifically anime, to keep it fresh,
And we got a couple books in there too somewhere, I think.
Oh, that's true. We do have some book series that we're going to be doing eventually. We have episodes scheduled out until the day I die, probably. So, which is going to be actually be soon, because that Haikyuu Mafia AU
that's true. You have cancer.
After me.
Oh gosh, she's coming.
Yeah,
she's coming. We got cancer
she's
again.
on her way. But yeah, that's all, folks. We will see you in the next one. Have fun.
And another life.
I'm gonna kill you.